Very much. And Governor Evers today initiated the first step in what could be a lengthy process to secure federal disaster funding.
Yeah, the governor now asking FEMA to assess the damage caused by this weekend's flooding. If that happens, the state can then request federal funding. Adam Reif live now here to explain in as simple terms as possible what comes next.
Well, when thinking about the steps that must be taken before federal funding is available, it might be helpful to work backwards. Now, in order to get federal funding one day down the line, the president must first make a disaster declaration. That declaration depends on the assessment of the damage, and that requires a FEMA inspection. That's where we're at now. That long process can take months, but it did start today.
We're so committed to recovery efforts and helping to make sure our city is able to get back on track.
But the recovery process is going to take significant time and resources, writes Governor Tony Evers. He added, it's clear we will need additional federal resources and support to do so. But several boxes must be checked first and in order. It begins with assessing the damage caused by the storms and flooding. State investigators have been collecting data since the storms hit and will submit this information to FEMA as soon as possible. In a letter to FEMA's acting regional administrator, Evers is now asking FEMA to help with a formal federal preliminary damage assessment. FEMA confirmed receipt of the letter Wednesday and said the office remains in close contact with state officials.
Now we're waiting on President Donald Trump's administration to administer FEMA aid to people who live here in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson said Democratic lawmakers in Washington are trying to help, and Republican Representative Scott Fitzgerald wrote a letter urging FEMA to declare a state of emergency. If FEMA agrees the damage is significant enough, a presidential disaster declaration could be issued.
It's critically important for the region to be able to unlock dollars for federal assistance.
But it's not a guarantee the president will issue that declaration.
We all, of course, hope the answer to that is yes.
To help bolster its case, local leaders are urging people to keep reporting damage.
That's very, very important. It's going to help with our disaster declaration.
Now, the best way to report damage is through the city's website or by calling 211. Right now, there is no timeline on when FEMA investigators could be in the area if they agree to come at all. And when we asked when Governor Evers will be back in southeast Wisconsin, a spokesperson said, we'll keep you posted. Natalie and Jessup, back to you.
Adam, thank you so much. And we do have a lot of information resources wise on our website as well, cbs58.com. Thank you.